Alright, yeah, part two. Like, I know my videos take a while because I just love to talk, but yeah, it's a Forbidden Limited list discussion, so yeah, these kind of take a while. So that was all the limited cards. I covered all the tier 1 decks. For cards that should be limited, I covered Black Wings, Samurais, Quick Draw, and Gravekeeper and X-sabers, so yeah. I'm gonna go on to semi-limited now. I'm not done with Quick Draw, because Konami loves terrorizing the deck that's on top, and here Quick Draw is on top. So, this card, like, it's just a plus in so many ways. Even with Black Rose at 1, I think this card can be a bit hectic, leaving it at 3, so Debris Dragon to 2. It just, like, when cards are semi-limited, it's a lower consistency from 3, and 3 Debris Dragons is kind of stupid, especially with Black Rose. Like, I'm just predicting Konami hitting the Quick Draw deck kind of big just because it's, like, the top deck of the format. And it's been winning multiple YCSs. So yeah, Debris Dragon into 2, just lower consistency, and Debris Dragon into Dandy, Synchro, 2 tokens, Glow Ball Formula, draw a card. It's too good, like, just to stay at 3. So yeah, that's the Quick Draw. Now, a few other cards that I think should go to 2. This card has promoted a lot of diversity in this format, and I love this card being made, but I think it should go to 2 just for consistency's sake, just so, like, decks can't abuse it at 3, like stun decks and Gravekeepers and whatnot. I think Pot. I can see them putting Pot to 2. Like, it's not as good as, like, Allure is, so it's not limit worthy, and it creates a lot of diversity, but just to lower its consistency a bit, I can definitely see Pot going to 2. Like, being able to choose the top 3 cards of your deck to add to your hand, especially in, like, a stun deck, it's really, really good. So, yeah, Pot to 2 is likely. Now, a couple cards that I think should be bumped up. With Cat gone, this card really isn't that broken anymore. Like, the reason this card was good was because of Cat being legal, but with Cat gone, I could definitely contest this card at 2. I'm talking about Summoner Monk. Monk isn't broken, especially with Cat gone. Like, what are you going to get, a level 4 tuner? That's a minus to synchro. Like, that's not broken at all. There's plenty of cards that are just 1-card synchros. A 2-card synchro, like Monk, is not broken. A couple other cards can be bumped up. This should have been bumped up on the last list. This engine is dead. This card will revive the engine a bit, but yet not make it as hectic as it was back around a year ago. I'm talking about Destiny Draw. Destiny Draw should definitely come back to 2. It would make Absolute Zero more viable again. And any other decks that just want to mess around with the Destiny Hero engine, because it was a good engine back in the day. But with Draw at 1, it makes it kind of hard, and Draw at 3 made it kind of stupid. So, I think 2 is a good number for it. So, definitely should come back. And this last card, like, it's not even that broken at all. Like, it's annoying, it's kind of aggravating, but it's not broken. It just says, like, it would give Lightsworns a small boost, and any other decks that want to play it. It's not even a broken card. I'm talking about Nick or Gardner. Gardner to 2 wouldn't be that bad. It's just, I remove myself to negate 1 attack. Just 1. It's not that bad. And it would definitely be a help to Lightsworn, and any other decks that, want to use Gardner, because... And we always know that Konami brings a couple lower tier cards back every list or so. So I'm expecting Gardner to go to 2 because it's the least broken out of, like, all the limited cards in my opinion. So that's semi-limited. Gonna go on to unlimited now. Cards that can safely go to 3 that really won't mess up anything. Alright, this card. Like, this card would make absolutely no difference if it's a 2 or 3. The decks that use it are slow anyways, and I'm basically swapping this card with Pot of Duality, because Pot of Duality basically replaced this card in most decks. Gold Sark to 3. Sark at 2 or 3, it really doesn't make much of a difference. Most of the decks that use 2 Gold Sarks probably wouldn't even use 3, just for consistency's sake, because this card's pretty slow. So, yeah, I can definitely see them putting Sark to 3, just because there's no reason to really keep it on the list anymore. To 3, what else? This card. Like, it's a pretty good card, but the difference between 2 and 3 is really minute. Like, at 3, this card would be inconsistent, and most decks would just use 2 anyway that use this card. Chaos Sorcerer. Sorcerer to 3. Think of any deck that uses Chaos Sorcerer. Would you really see them using 3? Because this card, like, it could be dead in your hand, so... And 3 would get really cloggy, so I don't think it makes a difference if it's at 2 or 3. Couple other cards. They bumped this card up to 2, it didn't do a darn thing, so I really don't care if they bring it to 3. Pajama Trio, like, what's gonna use it, like, Burn, Stall? Who really cares about those decks anyway, so this card really wouldn't make much of a difference if it's a 2 or 3. And another card, yeah, same story with this one. Cylinder, who really cares if it's a 2 or 3? Like, no one even uses Cylinder anyways. It makes absolutely no difference at all. This card, it sucks. I don't even know why it's semied. I think it was because of that Magical Explosion deck, but Explosion's limited anyways, so... Magical Stone Excavation to 3. The card's pretty terrible, so I don't think it matters. And last card. We haven't seen this deck in a long time, so... Like, being semied is kind of pointless, and even if he's bumped to 3, like, I don't see the deck really taking off just because of how much it has to minus itself. So, I can definitely see Demise, King of Armageddon going to 3. Like, it really doesn't matter. The deck's, like, not even ran, so, yeah. So, yeah, that's my list prediction. As usual, my videos take forever, so, yeah. Comment below telling me what you're going to think of the list, and let me know if my predictions make sense or not, because I try to look at the format in all perspectives, like looking at control decks, looking at aggro decks, looking at the top decks, looking at underperforming decks, and just trying to see like how we could balance it and what's feasible, because in the end we all know Konami doesn't know how to make a ban list, and we all know they do stupid things. So yeah, but this would make sense to me to balance the format and put the game right back on track, so March doesn't get ruined by Samurai. So yeah, peace out, YouTube.